Welcome back everyone to part 5 of my Leeds United Football Manager 19 save, in which I try and take them from the Championship into the Premier League, hopefully automatically, but if we have to go through the playoffs then so be it. This is just a one season career that I'm doing on this. I will be moving on to Football Manager 20 once this one is finished. It's just because I've been enjoying this recently and wanted to give it another go. So in terms of the results from where we left off, the last time you were here, we played Brentford and beat them 2-1 in a very entertaining, close affair. And we lost to Blackburn, mainly because of our red card. I think after that it just sort of fell apart. But we weren't doing great before that anyway. So since you were last here, we played Ipswich, we lost 2-1. I don't really know what else to say. We dominated the game. It was pretty much as simple as that. We dominated the game. But we just couldn't convert our chances. We had 18 shots, but we only had 2 on target, which is really disappointed, despite having most of the possession. So we'll load up them goals now, so you can have a quick look at the highlights on that one. So let's slow that down again. So they get the first goal of the game. I mean, it just fell its way into the net. You can't really do much about that. Phillips with delivery, Janssen out, and Click said to score. Lovely goal. But then this is late into the game, 90th minute, and this is outstanding. Look at that, lovely curled effort from Judge. We can't do much about that winning goal. Fortunately, these things happen, but it was good to get Phillips back in the starting lineup. He's got back in the starting lineup. The next game we played was Nottingham Forest, and we beat them 1-0. This is another game that we absolutely dominated this game. How we didn't score more than one, I'll never know. Most of the possession, they didn't even have a single shot the entire game. As Alioski with the goal, so that in the very first minute of the game, when nothing else happened in terms of goals for the rest of the game, Alioski here, Aylin down the right, Hernandez, and what a finish that was. He's absolutely steamrolled that in. If we slow that down and replay that, because it's a fantastic goal. Because I want to give that one another look. Oh. Let's see it. Go down the right hand side. Gets crossed in by Hernandez and bam, fires it into the goal. So that was very good. Good to get the win. Shackleton actually got a run into the team. He hasn't played much recently, but he got in. Roof was actually dropped for this game because he's not been performing very well recently. Now if we go to the Wigan game, we won this one 1-0 as well. Another late goal, a lot closer this one. It wasn't an absolute whitewash. And again, Shackleton has started this one and he was outstanding for us in terms of key passes. Managed to get 4. Calvin Phillips is also very good. Chances created too. And Alioski got the winner. So if we load up to this one, we get to see this goal. Again, I don't know why this isn't staying like that. But Hernandez here. Phillips over to Aylin. And you know what Aylin's going to do? He's going to hit it. Alioski. Simple goal. But that's all we needed to win the game. Late on. Did have a go at him at half time because we weren't good enough. And this is where it all starts to fall apart. We played West Brom, who are a good team. They're not doing very well. At the time of doing the game, they were actually quite low down in the table. They're now in 8th. They weren't doing that good before the game. We will put their goal again in terms of the statistics. It was a very even game. But these are the goals. I mean, it's too easy. No one's marking Phillips in the middle of the box there. Gibbs is a throw-in, and it's, I mean, what a goal by Livermore. Can't argue with the second one, but we just weren't good enough. Roof started. Once again, Roof has not performed for us. He had an average rating of 6.5 over the last 5 games. Very disappointed with him. I'll let him know just before the next game that I'm disappointed with him. Phillips got on, but he was a little bit tired. Berardi got dropped because he was a little bit tired. Or he got injured, in fact, Berardi, in the first half, so we put on Davis, who's one of our youth prospects. He's not particularly good, but considering we've got no I've already forgotten his name. Is it Douglas? We've got no Douglas, and Berardi got injured. Had to bring him in. But yeah, other than that, quite a disappointing game. So where does that leave us? That leaves us second in the league, 3 points behind Aston Villa, who haven't done great themselves recently. They've lost 2 in their last 5. We've unfortunately lost 3 in our last 5. So we're definitely going to have to step it up. Like I said, Roof hasn't scored since the start of October, so that was that 6 games ago. So I'm really disappointed with that. Clark is no longer unhappy either about not playing in the team. So what we're going to do is we're going to put him back in. Hopefully he's a bit more focused now. He's been actually really good for us when we've used him. But Alioski is injured. He actually got injured for 3 to 4 weeks the other day, so he's going to have to come out. Izzy Brown's returning from injury, but I think we're going to put Jack Harrison. He hasn't really played much, but he hasn't been very good when he's played, hence why he's not played much. Berardi here, it says he's not. Is he fit? He hasn't finished rehab until tomorrow, so I think we're going to have to put our young left back in. Leaf Davis or Left Davis, I don't know. So that will do for the moment. In terms of, I'm going to leave Roof in for this game because I just had a word with him. Hopefully that's enough to kind of give him a bit bigger of the boot and he'll start performing. We're going to bring Cooper actually. I think that's his first start for us. Maybe his second since he's come back from injury. He is obviously the captain, so he can go straight back in there. Connolly on the bench. Douglas has just started training with us again, light training, so he shouldn't be out for too much longer. Izzy Brown's not quite ready to play yet, but he's there for when we're ready. We're going to have to put Tyler Roberts on the bench for the... Actually, we'll put Dallas in because he can play the wing roles quite well. In terms of midfield, I'm going to take Shackleton out. He had a good game, not the last one, we had a good game the game before, but I think I'd like to put Click in that role. I think we'll leave him in that position. So yeah, I think that's it. We're going to submit the team and crack on into the game. See how it goes. So what should we say to them? Assertively, I'm expecting to see a much better performance today, and most of them are happy with that. So if we crack on into the game, hopefully we'll get a few highlights here. Not a good start. They've already got the first shot of the game, but we've got most of the possession, so it's good to see. A young left back, or 18-year-old left back, looking a bit nervous there. Sometimes you've got to put faith in the young ones when you're forced to for injury. You've got to give the faith rather than play someone who's injured. Good save from Casilla. I don't know what the defence were doing, letting him walk straight through. But now they've got a corner, and it's out from Albeck. Good header away. Doesn't look like the highlight's over yet though. Oh no, there we go. Still had the ball for quite a while, but Aylin here, in back from Albeck to Aylin. What can they do between them? Albeck with... Oh, what an effort. That is very unfortunate from Albeck there. We're going to have to just change... okay. Go back for the corner. Nothing comes of it unless Clark can put a good ball in. Roof incredibly unlucky. He needs to get back into the goal scoring kind of flow. It's been 6 games I think since he scored, so can we do anything here against Bristol City, who are a good team? They're always flirting around about the playoff kind of middle, well, the bottom end of the top half of the table. So they are a good team. Hopefully we can stop them getting a chance here, because Sia is keeping us in this game. I'm not sure what's going wrong. Don't know what we can really do. I mean, we're still doing quite well. We're still getting the ball back in their half, which is also what we want. But I don't know if maybe our lines, our lines aren't too high. They're managing to play it through us as opposed to go over the top or round the back. So I think it's just their technical ability is better than ours this game. Harrison gives it straight to the goalkeeper from the corner. What is he thinking? Hopefully we don't get punished here. It looks like what has just happened? What has happened? Just as I was saying, we haven't been caught out over the top. I'm I'm going to bring this back. We're going to put our defensive line back slightly so that doesn't happen again. I'm really disappointed with the boys for that one. He's come through the back. Come on, not even a yellow card. Clark's not having a good game. But it is still the first half, so we'll let him off for the moment. But I am expecting them to come back and do better in the second half. I'll let them know I'm disappointed. Hopefully we can do a bit more the second half. Otherwise we're going to have to look at our tactics because we've not done very well in the last 5 games. I know we're missing a couple of key players, but we should still be doing better. Phillips here with the ball into Click. Back to Phillips. What can they do? Lovely ball into Aylin. Roof has it. Can he end his drought? Yes, he can. Of course he can. It's Kamar Roof. Of course he was always going to get that goal. I had a word with him before the game. Said to him, I don't know how long I can keep you in the team while you're not scoring. So he's come up with a goal. Lovely little... It wasn't even a great shot. It's terrible goalkeeping, but he's got the goal. That's what matters. Can't argue with that. I think what we're going to do, because we're not really maintaining possession very well, and there's not much we can really do in terms of our tactics to ensure that, I think we're actually going to start hitting some early crosses, be a bit more direct, because we're not maintaining the possession anyway, so we may as well use that to our advantage, start playing a bit differently. So I think we're going to bring Clark off now. Not had a good game. We'll put him... yeah, make Hernandez an attacking advanced playmaker actually, because he's very technically gifted. So if we can get them deliveries into Roof or into Harrison on the other side, Harrison's not a very good kind of sort of an attacking forward. He is an out-and-out winger, but either way, hopefully he can create something for either Roof or Harrison. So here's a young left back with a good ball into the box. Clark with the header, unlucky. It's a goal kick to Bristol City. Can we do anything else with 20 minutes left? Pack here. We have to close him down a bit quicker there, and I've just been allowed to walk straight through again. What is happening? Looking at the team, I'm not sure what I can read. I mean, we've started playing with an advanced playmaker rather than a Mazzala recently. Maybe it's worth putting that back. Maybe to help out Harrison in the wide areas. Click's been our better midfielder, apart from Albeck. But again, there's not much else we can do. Maybe we take out the left back because he has been nervous all game. Can't really take out Roof now that he's scored, so we're going to have to change our mentality here. We're going to go back to a higher line because we need to press more. We're going to get stuck in the challenges. We're going to distribute to the flanks. And we're going to actually play a lot wider because we're going for the crosses. So we're going to play a lot wider on the pitch. And actually, this is something that I've changed recently and it's clearly not worked. We're going to defend slightly more narrow than we were before. Come on guys, 15 minutes left. We're going to have to, demand more from them. Come on. Albeck's anxious. What are you doing? What can we change here? There's not much else we can do. I'm going to bring on Forshaw because he's another character that's actually been in and out of the team recently, and maybe he's a big impact as to why we're not scoring. I think we're about to lose another game. We've been really, really poor recently. I'm so disappointed with the boys. I'm glad that Roof's got his goal and hopefully that's the start of things to come, but I'm really disappointed with the rest of the team. Should be performing better really. Even players like Albeck who haven't been as influential as they were before. Obviously having no Alioski is a big loss. That's where most of our assists have come from, but I think that's where the game's going to end now. I probably should have gone attacking, but I did that in one of the other games and we conceded, so unfortunately we've got another loss. We're going to let them know we're disappointed because we've really not done well. Once again, we're letting ourselves down. We're still in second. I don't know if that'll be the case. Have all the games been played? No, Aston Villa haven't played, so they could go further ahead of us, but now we've got Derby level on points and Swansea only 2 points behind, so we are in a little bit of trouble here, but fingers crossed we can bring it back soon. In terms of our fixtures, what have we, so we've got the next one will be Reading, then we've got Sheffield United. Let's see what we can do here. So yeah, this is perfect. This is worked out just right. We're going to play 4 games off camera. I'm going to come back for Aston Villa, which is a huge game. We have got a couple of tricky games in the meantime. We've got 5th place Reading, 7th place Sheffield United, QPR and Bolton. We have 2 really tough games coming up next, so we could end up getting no wins out of 4, which is incredibly disappointing if that happens. But we'll be back for 1st place Aston Villa in the next episode. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been part 5, so I hope you join me for the next part. Like I said, I'm going to try and get through this quite quickly because I want to move on to Football Manager 2020. But if you are enjoying, let me know by slapping the like button, leaving a comment in the comment section to say, you know, if you're enjoying it or if you've got any feedback or what could be improved. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you for the next one.